This time, our travel takes us to the African continent. We visit Namibia, formerly known as German Southwest Africa. It is one of Africa's hidden gems and offers amazing landscape, plus the largest congregation of animals on the planet. We are heading towards Waterberg Plateau, Etosha National Park, Epupha Falls, Skeleton Coast, Swakopmund, Sossusvlei Dunes, Luderitz, Kettmannskop, and then back to Windhoek. Warthogs feeding along the roadside are a favourite prey of lions, cheetahs and hyenas. At the Waterberg Plateau, an extended family of mongoose is on the move. The roof tent is quickly set up and will be our accommodation for most of the next 4 weeks. On the menu are antelope steaks and mixed vegetables. Etosha National Park ranks as one of the world's greatest wildlife viewing areas. The park spreads over more than 20,000 square kilometres and is home to 114 species of mammals and 340 species of birds. Okalkeo and its permanent waterhole provides a great opportunity to sight a large variety of animals, quenching their thirst. Reproduction is serious business for Cape ground squirrels. The cheetah, a world-class sprinter in the animal kingdom, can reach speeds of over 100 kilometers an hour for short distance. The downside is that he needs to recover for 30 minutes before being able to hunt again. Only for a few days per year, during the rainy season, shallow water covers the vast salt pan. To see a solitary spotted hyena is unusual. They tend to live in packs, ruled by a couple of females. Elephants consume over 200 kilograms of fodder per day and drink up to 180 litres of water. Etosha elephants are regarded as the tallest in Africa. A group of giraffes waits patiently to gain access to the water. Stretching down to drink proves difficult for the 5-metre tall animal. The secretary bird, another bird of prey, prefers to hunt on foot. Defined by its white German fort, Namotoni is Etosha's easternmost camp. Due to a massive hydroelectric dam further up the stream, Ruacana Falls are not very impressive. cattle provide both milk and meat for the Himba. Their villages are often surrounded by high fences, protecting both inhabitants and livestock from predators. From a very young age, boys are trained to be herders. Himba women prefer to dress traditionally, with little more than an animal skin skirts. They are famous for smearing themselves with a mixture of red ochre, butter and fragrant herbs. This serves as a natural sunblock and insect repellent. Himba homelands are among the most extreme environments on the planet, and the survival of the tribe depends on strong community alliances. Instead of sweets, we are handing out coloured pencils and paper to the village kids.
So nu sitter här. Yeah, exactly.
We settle down for a night amongst some of the local wildlife.
Monitor, huh?
The Kunene River forms the border to Angola. A pupa translates appropriately as falling waters in the Hararo language. In the late 1990s, the Namibian government was considering damming the Kunene River for a hydroelectric plant. Due to fierce opposition of the local Himba population, the dam proposal fell through. There is no hot water on tap. The so-called donkey needs to be stoked for a warm shower. While driving through the Kalko land, we encounter natives covering huge distances on foot. Hereros used to be the main ethnic group. In 1904, a violent uprising led to the demise of 80% of the Herero population. The characteristic dress of the women derives from the Victorian-era missionaries. Only 20% of the roads in Namibia are sealed. The rest are either dirt tracks or gravel roads. Driving fast is not recommended. Semi-nomadic Himbas live in one of the most extreme environments of the world. To obtain much needed water, they usually have to travel many miles. The Himba are a subgroup of the Herero. Their attire bears testimony to the lack of success of the missionaries. According to the white man, the first step to civilization is to put on hot and uncomfortable clothes and convert to Christianity. Puros Camp is well known for the elephants visiting at dusk. Unfortunately, they never came.
That's where the elephants walk through when they are here.
From Puros to Cesfontaine, we take a detour on a road less travelled. More often than not, the track runs in the Hoarusi River and is only drivable when the water level is low. Driving through the dry, arid landscape, we can only marvel at how well adapted the wildlife is to survive here. While we are protected from the sandstorm, the animals are not so lucky. They take shelter in the dry riverbed. To observe them in their natural environment outside a national park is a truly singular experience. Namibia's desert-dwelling elephants are of high conservation priority. We make tracks to get to the rock engravings near Beautifull Fontaine. petroglyphs are believed to date back at least 6,000 years to the early Stone Age. Nearby, the so-called organ pipes are unusual dolerite formations over 4 metres high. Shortly after, we set up camp in the next dry riverbed. Namibia's landmark, the Spitzkoppe, is often called Africa's Matterhorn. Heading south means much colder nights, so we decide to sleep in a native hut in the local camp. Rock dassies populate the sheer cliffs. Strangely enough, they are ancient cousins of the elephants. Although our accommodation is very basic, we are probably still more comfortable than the natives. Donkey carts usually provide the only mode of transport in rural areas. Hentius Bay is well known as a holiday spot and fishing mecca. Today, however, the weather seems too inclement to land any big ones. Countless ships have been wrecked here, hence the name Skeleton Coast. The foggy region and rocky shallow shoreline have become a graveyard for many unwary ships and their crews. The main road to Swakopmund may look like tar, but is made with compacted sand and salt. No, we are definitely not in Germany. Swakopmund is often described as being more German than Germany itself. In the quirky mix of German Namibian, residents and overseas visitors, plus a feeling of Gemütlichkeit, everyone feels right at home. Except for some palm trees, little distinguishes Swakop from any town along the North Sea and Baltic coast. There is no shortage of African artefacts and souvenirs to be had. ornate former railway station oozes curb appeal. It now houses a classy hotel and entertainment centre. Numerous historic examples of traditional architecture grace the town. With a last look over the Atlantic, we leave the coast and are heading inland. Dune 7 gives us an idea of what to expect further on. Through moonlight landscape, we reach the Welwitschia Plains. Welwitschia plants can be as old as 2,000 years. They are related to conifers and grow 2 long and twisted leaves. The plant is well adapted to the harsh climate. The only moisture it gets is from fog rolling in from the sea. Walvis Bay boasts a 3,500 hectare salt pan complex, which produces 90% of South Africa's salt supplies. These pans concentrate salt from seawater with the aid of evaporation. Solitaire, the lonely and adaptly named outpost, consists of just a few buildings surrounded by vintage car wrecks. Travellers take a well-earned rest and enjoy coffee and cake from the German bakery. Nests of sociable weavers provide a home to several hundred birds. The huge structure regulates the inside temperature in both winter and summer. Some nests can weigh several tons and may pull down its host tree. Here we are at the world-famous dunes at Sossusvlei in the Namib Nachtluchtpark. A climb to the top is challenging to say the least. Some of the dunes are over 320 metres above the valley floor. Namib dunes are composed of colourful quartz sand and are dynamic, meaning continuously moving. We visit the hidden flay, which translates as low, open space, and find fog blanketing the region. The eerie event only takes place about 5 times a year. The fog provides much needed moisture for both flora and fauna. Dating back to the heyday of diamond mining, Coalman's Kop is just a relic of its former glory. The slump in diamond sales after World War I and richer pickings elsewhere led to its demise. We make tracks and arrive in the quirky coastal town of Luderitz. Every view reveals a curiously intriguing mix of German Imperial and Art Nouveau style. The area is well known for large flocks of flamingos. Except for a few lonely birds, they have proven elusive. "22 kilometres out of town, at Diaz Point, a seal colony inhabits the rocky island. We observe some of the world's only desert-dwelling horses. It is believed that they are descendants of the cavalry horses of the German army. Long gone is the time when trains stopped at this lonely station. At the Giant's Playground, we admire a fantasy landscape of stacked boulders. Large concentrations of strange-looking quiver trees grace the landscape. The name derives from its lightweight branches, which the San Bushmen used to make quivers. With the setting sun, we bid Namibia au revoir, but not goodbye.